Hi everyone, my name is Christy and welcome to day 1105 of trying a new makeup product every day. And we've got Dexter here being a little rowdy. So today I am trying out the ORYZA Beauty Nude Shimmer and Contour Eyeshadow Palette. I love these little ORYZA quad eyeshadow palettes, so I'm really excited to try out this version. So these retail for about $20 in US dollars, and that's kind of expensive, but in my experience these have been really great, but I mean, they're very small. However, I do want to give the disclaimer, this was sent to me for free in PR from ORYZA Beauty, which is so nice of them. But you can also get this in Ipsy, and then you get it for an amazing deal. So you've got 4 bronzy shades in here. I think first things first, I'm just gonna go ahead and swatch each shade. So there are 3 shimmer shades and the 1 matte shade. And let's see. Oh, very creamy and pigmented. Oh, that's nice. So these swatch very beautifully, and I just love how cohesive the shades are. So whenever I try out eyeshadow palettes, I try it out with and without an eyeshadow primer. So per usual, I'm going in with my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, and I'm just going to apply this all over one of my eyelids, and then I just blend it out with my finger. All right, so based off the swatches, it actually looks like this shade here will be a good highlight shade because it's a little bit lighter than what I thought just from looking at the pan. But let's see how it looks as a brow highlight. Oh yeah, I mean, it might be a little bit dark for a brow highlight, but I can blend it out. That's really pretty. That adds some nice reflective sheen. Looks kind of metallic. This would also be a beautiful shade on the eyelid, but I'm gonna try and use all 4 shades in my eyeshadow look. So I'm also gonna take this shade just lightly as the inner corner highlight. I have to go in with a really light hand for this area because it's definitely pigmented and I don't want it to be too dark in here because the point is to brighten those inner corners. But it has a beautiful formula, super pigmented. Now I'm going to move on to the crease shade where I will take the matte shade. And let's see how this works in the crease. I think I'm gonna do a crease and transition. I love that you can just really simplify your eyeshadow look with this palette. You can take out the steps, because normally I'm doing a crease shade and a transition shade in 2 different colors, but in this case, this shade can work as both. So going in the crease and then a little bit above, up onto the brow bone. Seems to be blending pretty well. Definitely pigmented. This is the type of shade that even if I'm not doing an eyeshadow look, I just love to throw it into the crease because it gives a lot of depth and dimension and emphasis to my eye shape. So I really feel like it makes such a big difference putting a little contour shade into my crease. And this is the perfect shade to do that with. All right, the next 2 shimmery shades, I'm just gonna apply with my finger. So I'm gonna start in the outer half of the eyelid with the more orange toned shimmer. I guess more like a copper shade. And let's see how this looks. Ooh, that looks very pretty. It has great pigment, great sheen. It looks metallic pretty much. And then the last shade that I have left to use is this shimmer here, the more golden bronze shimmer shade. I'm going to use my finger once again to apply this to the rest of the eyelid. Seeing all of these shades on my eye makes me realize that even though it's a very cohesive kind of one-tone palette, they actually are all very different, which is good because I don't like when you just get multiples pretty much of the same shade in one palette. But these are all very different tones of bronzy colors. And I just personally kind of like shimmers better. So I really like that there's 3 shimmers to 1 matte. I love to put shimmers all over my lid. So I love this eyeshadow look. I feel like this is so quick and easy, which is what's so great about these palettes, but very pretty. Altogether, this is like a great warm toned, brown, shimmery, kind of smoky eye, which I really like. This is definitely a type of go-to eyeshadow look for me. I feel like it's very like fall vibes. And then I also love to put a shadow on the lower lash line. And seriously, any shade in here would be great. How about I go with the more bronzy orange tone? And I'm gonna blend that along the lower lash line. Just add a little something. And just adding this little something actually makes a big difference in how your eyes and your makeup look. And here is my finished eyeshadow look. I seriously think that was so fast, but it looks so good. The one thing I'm noticing, like, am I having a little bit of creasing in the eye without the primer? It's very minimal, like hard to notice, but I think the eye with the primer just looks a little bit smoother, but the vibrancy of the colors looks the same with and without a primer. So in conclusion, I really like this palette. I really like the eyeshadow look that I put together, but I just don't see the price to this. And it could be because I have tried out so many awesome, inexpensive drugstore and dollar store makeup products that I feel like are just as good as this. And this is super cheap packaging too. I feel like the dollar store packaging can one up this. Like sometimes I even get a mirror in that packaging. And the formulas, they're good. I have no complaints with them, but there's nothing like extremely incredible about these formulas either. So all in all, like, I'm happy I have this. I'll reach for it. It's a really easy go-to travel friendly palette, but it's also just not like the most wow eyeshadow palette I've ever used, you know? But let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on the ORYZA Nude Shimmer and Contour eyeshadow palette, or let me know what your favorite ORYZA eyeshadow palettes are. And as always, thank you so much for watching my video today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can see the makeup that I try every day, and I will see you tomorrow in my next video.